Hello, fourth grade friends. Welcome to Distance Learning Week 6 of Reading. This week, we will be learning about theme. As always, you can find your reading resources on Clever by using the HMH Ed app. What is theme? The theme is the main message, lesson, or moral of the text. The theme can be stated in the text. Fables and myths might tell the theme at the end of the story. How to determine theme. Theme can be implied. In order to figure out theme, use text clues. Ask yourself what happens to the characters. How do the characters react? What do the characters learn? How do the characters grow or change? And finally, ask yourself, what is the author trying to teach me? When a theme is stated, it's usually found at the end of the poem or story. A hint, look at the last page of a story to see if you can find a stated theme. Let's try to find the theme of this selection. I looked at all the candy I could buy. I had the dollar right here in my hand, but suddenly I didn't feel hungry. I wish I hadn't stolen the dollar. I wished I hadn't taken the money from my brother's bank. I don't think I want to buy anything today, I muttered quickly to the clerk. Then I ran from the store. I had learned something important. It is better to be honest than to have money. Sometimes an author will come right out and state the theme of a story or poem, as this story did. Here's your theme. I had learned something important. It's better to be honest than to have money. That's the theme of this selection. Let's try inferring a theme. We knew that it was time to set the butterfly free. We had seen it make its chrysalis and emerge. Then it had flown around in the cage, trying to stretch its wings. Although we felt a little sad, we opened the lid to the cage one evening. The butterfly seemed confused and didn't leave at first. Then, in one burst of zigzag fluttering, it erupted from the cage and flew all the way to the end of the yard and down the hill by the school. That was the right thing to do, Aiden said. I know, I answered, even though I already worried about the butterfly. What would it eat? How would it live? Sometimes, though, the theme is not stated. Then you need to make an inference. What clues lead us to the theme of this selection? Well, we see how it talks about the butterfly being free and how it flew away, and then Aiden saying it was the right thing to do. From these clues, we can infer that wild creatures should be free. That's the theme of this selection. Examples of theme. More can be achieved by working together could be the theme of a story. It is best to tell the truth could be a theme. Don't give up can also be a theme. Once again, the theme is the main message or lesson of a story. Can you find the theme? Let's read this poem. A day to play got washed away. Rain comes down, covers town. Eyes are sad, rain is bad. Come downstairs, get the chairs. Blanket, sheet, looking neat. Inside forts instead of sports. Rainy day tears can turn into cheers. What could be a theme of this poem? How does the speaker feel at the beginning of the poem? How did the speaker's feelings change? Let's look at some choices of themes that we could pick for this poem. Just to let you know, sometimes a selection can have more than one theme. Could it be persistence pays off? Good can come from bad? A cheerful attitude can overcome obstacles? Or love conquers all? What is this poem talking about? Well, persistence is when you keep at something and don't give up. So I'm wondering does this poem talking about not giving up and making sure you keep doing something until it pays off? Does this poem have something bad and then it becomes good? That would be good can come from bad. A cheerful attitude can overcome obstacles. I mean, if you feel good about something, you can overcome things that are difficult. And how about the last one? Love conquers all. Does this poem talk about love? Well, persistent pays off doesn't really seem like it's about this poem. Doesn't seem like this talks about working hard to try to fix something. Also, it doesn't really mention love in this poem. So I think those two themes are not reflected in this poem. So now we're down to two. Good can come from bad, and a cheerful attitude can overcome obstacles. Either of these things can be supported by the text. Let's take a look at evidence to support these themes. Theme, good can come from bad. Evidence from the text. The day starts out badly because of the rain. But then the speaker builds indoor forts. The speaker realizes that rainy days can still be fun. Theme, a cheerful attitude can overcome obstacles. Can you find evidence to support this? Well, the very last line of the poem, rainy days tears can turn into cheers. That by itself shows about how you can have obstacles, but being cheerful and keeping a positive attitude can help you find ways to overcome them. Like building the fort inside when you can't play outside. Well, that's our lessons for theme. In your next lesson, we're going to continue reading the story that we were reading last week, Luz Sees the Light, and see if we can figure out the theme for that story. Right now, you're going to do a classwork where you will read selected text and answer questions about theme. If you have any questions about assignment number 1, you can email me at john.malter@pgcps.org. And as always, have a great week.